Let's dig into some best practices for working from home. First, you want to focus on your workspace. Be sure you have a dedicated workspace. It doesn't have to be a fancy office. Some people have a shelf in a closet. Some people can sit at a breakfast table or a dining table, but have a dedicated space where you're focused on your work, and when you get up, you're not focused on your work. But having a dedicated workspace is super, super important. And similar to that, just having commonly used items easily accessible, whether it is just pen and paper or a stapler, somewhere to file the paper that you're working with, just having things that you need easily accessible will really help your workflow be a lot smoother and not waste your focus looking for things when you could actually be working. And similar to all that, just somewhere that you can really be focused, ideally either put in headphones or a room with a window if that helps you focus. Some people that may not help them focus, but just really being in a space where you can focus on what you're doing. Be specific about your time at work. Having a consistent routine or schedule is really important. It's really easy to skip a meal or to miss something if you don't have a specific routine. Even just taking a quick minute to check in with what's going on and if you're focused on the right project. Developing a morning routine is a really important part of this. I'm not a big fan of looking at your phone or doing work in the morning. I think it's great to get up, get some coffee, have some focus time, some time for yourself. And if you choose to work early, that's great, but starting the day by picking up your phone and checking your email is rarely a good thing. And just taking intentional breaks, even if it's just to walk down the hall or take a quick phone call or check in on social, but taking intentional breaks are great. You can set them at certain times. You can say, hey, after I finish this specific project, I'm going to take a quick break. But really, really important to reset your focus and your attention. And also end your workday. If you have a specific end to the day, it's very important. Many times things come up after hours. Certainly emails or calls or texts come in. But if you have a specific end to your workday when you're focused on work, it's definitely fine to field things beyond that. One great tip that I see a lot of people actually do is to write their to-do list for the next day. It really makes you feel like you've completed the day. You've got a plan to get to the things that you maybe did not get to on this day, but you've got a plan to get into them tomorrow. And also your workflow. This is kind of a function of your time and your workspace, but just being really intentional about your workflow. There are certain things that you can't do at certain times. If you handle some things in the morning, you may be waiting all day to get a response back to do the rest of your work. So just being really intentional about, hey, if I send out a couple of emails in the morning for things that I need back to get done that day, then, hopefully by noon or later in the day, I'll have those answers back and I'll be able to dig into those projects instead of half doing a project while you're waiting on somebody else to get back to you. And again, just having an efficient workflow really conserves your attention and your energy. You're not constantly going from thing to thing or looking for something or trying to figure out what you should do or reacting, but focused on the tasks at hand. A couple of tools I recommend. If you are employed by a company, you may not have a choice in your tools. If you do have a choice in your tools, or if you're simply looking for some tools to better balance the personal side of your life, these are the ones that we generally recommend. G Suite is the paid version of Google. It is essentially the same as Gmail, but you can use your own domain. It's a pretty nominal monthly fee per user, but a great way to manage your email, calendar, documents, and more. You can also have shared calendars and shared documents. It's a great way to collaborate, whether it's business or personal. Zoom is great for video meetings. Certainly, there are other platforms like Skype or Google Hangouts. So if you find one you prefer, that's great. But it's a great way to have a quick video meeting with somebody, check in on things, share your screen, record it if you need to, and then move back into your work. Calendly is another tool I really, really recommend. It is a scheduling system where you send out a link and someone can see your availability for a specific type of meeting. So it also integrates with Zoom and some other platforms. So if somebody needs to grab a Zoom meeting with you, they can do that. If it needs to be a call, you can also set the permissions for each event. So if you only do, say, video calls on Thursdays, you can set it up to be that way. And so instead of a bunch of emails or texts back and forth about, hey, can you do 1 o'clock? Hey, can you do 2:30? It's a great way to manage your schedule a lot better and let people pick time when you're both available. Trello is also a great system for project management. It's a card style system, very, very flexible, but also really easy to use. Card style where you can drag it from a to-do list to a completed, or something where maybe you're waiting on others before you can move ahead and just otherwise work. You can collaborate within it. You can also just use it for yourself to keep things straight. So check out Capterra.com if you're looking for other software recommendations. It's a really great platform to compare 2 or 3 platforms, look at reviews, compare features side to side, some really great things. So if you're looking for software, Capterra.com is a great resource. And a few more quick tools. Google Drive File Stream is a product by Google. It essentially lets your Google Drive documents be available on your desktop computer, meaning that you can attach them, you can use them to upload images or files to another system, but they're not physically taking up space on your computer. So it basically lets your Google Drive act as a local file on your computer, but it's not actually taking up the space. So it's a really great tool, especially if you need to be able to either attach documents or just otherwise access files in Google Drive much more easily than going to Google Drive and going through all the folder system and all of that. Loom or Camtasia are both great products for recording your screen. So if you need to show someone else something that you're working on, or a quick update or something you need feedback on, it's a great way to do it. If you're trying to set up some sort of knowledge base or on-demand training for your company, also great tools. Loom is really easy to use. There's a free version of it, and you have the option of also putting your face in the corner while you're sharing your screen. Camtasia is maybe a little more advanced in the sense, but it's got some better editing tools. You could add in some music or add in some effects. So both great tools to do that. 1Password is a great platform for both storing and generating passwords. In this day and age, it's really important that you have strong passwords that you aren't even able to remember. And this can help you both generate that and store them securely. You can also use it on mobile, tablet, or desktop, so you never have to type in a password again. Really great tool. If you're using it with the team, you can also share vaults, and then you can control permissions if certain people need access to certain passwords and not to others. It's very easy to set that up. It's also very cost effective. ENROLL.me is a tool that creates a digest email out of your promotional emails and other emails that come in. So Gmail or G Suite Mail has a great way to filter some of these out through their promotions and social tabs, but Unroll.me will actually take these emails, they'll take them out of your inbox. You can still find them, they're hidden in a folder, but it'll take them out of your inbox and it'll give you a daily digest of all of those emails. So it's a really great way to look at all of your emails in one shot that come from either places that you shop or just solicitations. It's a great way to manage those to where they're not coming in all day long, they're not on your radar, they're not taking your attention. You can find them if you need to find them, but you can also read them in a simple digest, and it's also a free tool. So some quick tips here on working from home. Surely there are lots of other things that you can do, but these are definitely the basics, something that we have found success with operating our team with all of us working from home. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for your support.